I saw Pewdiepie do his 3x3 gaming list. If you don't know, 3x3 is essentially 9 boxes. I'm just going to do it on Photoshop like he did. And it's like your top 9 of a thing. So it could be movies or games or anime or whatever it may be. So I never thought to do one of these before, even though I didn't know about them. So I'm going to start with games like he did, and then maybe I'll do like movies and other things. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. I think the first one on my list is going to be... No, okay, it's so basic. I'm sorry, it's so basic. But I spent so many hours on this game. I don't play it really anymore. I'm just not really bothered anymore. I like played it to death when I played it. So one of my friends told us about it before it like dropped properly, and we downloaded it before it was available for free. And then there was like a running joke in our friendship about it. Before it came out, like, oh, we just downloaded this game for no reason. And then eventually it did drop for free. And then we downloaded it just to see what it was about, because we were just desperate for a new game. We were kind of broke, so we didn't really have any money. So we just played this free-to-play game, and we got absolutely hooked. I don't know why it's bad quality. That's kind of weird. But yeah, we just got absolutely hooked to this game. Now this is the Save the World. We did actually end up buying the Save the World, but obviously the Battle Royale was the main thing. But yeah, we just absolutely love this game, like adored this game. We played it every day after school. I spent some money on it, which I know I said we didn't really have much money, but all the money I did get I spent on this game. I did try to compete a little bit, but we just didn't really. Like, we were quite good at the game, don't get me wrong. Like, we were disappointed if we didn't win a game. But it was too time consuming in the end to try and do competitive play. But yeah, for this time period of like a year, when like seasons 1 to 3 of Fortnite, no, seasons 1 to 4 maybe a tiny bit of 5. Yeah, we're absolutely addicted to this game, so that is why it's on the list. I'm getting one of the most basic ones out of the way first. I don't know why it's bad quality, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, next up, we're going to do probably the game that started gaming for me. That is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 1 and 2. I played both of these games. What was it, the third one? Let me see what the third one looks like. I think it was... No, I'm pretty sure it was the second one. It's the second one. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the PS2 was like my first proper game, like ever. So back then I didn't have a console in my room, and for my like, I don't know what birthday it was, but it was an early birthday. My mum let me put a PlayStation 2 console in my room, and this was like the only game I had. It was this and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. But I just have so many amazing memories of this game. Like, so many amazing memories. I never played it with anyone. It wasn't online. I literally just listened to the music. The music in this game was so iconic. And just played it. And it's probably a lot... All these games I've sunk a lot of hours into. But that game, just like... Again, it was like the only really PlayStation 2 game I owned. Was like one of the main ones. I don't know why this is blurry. Maybe it's because I've got like a small document. But yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. There was another one. There was another Tony Hawk game which the name escapes me. And that one I played with a mate, but I'm not sure what that one is off the top of my head. But this is mainly the game that started it for me, me just altogether. So that's definitely got a place on the list. Moving on to... There's a few games that are close. There are definitely a few games that are close. I am gonna put my favorite game of all time on this list. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yeah, I've played this through many times. I've 100%ed this game. I've collected all the Gwent cards. I've absolutely played this game to death. When I first played it, I was quite old at the time. Well, it's not old. It was like 2015, if my memory serves me correctly. It's not an old game, but I just thought the graphics would be too old because I was quite a graphics snob. Even though I'm a console player, not a PC player. And yeah, so I wasn't really into it. I thought it looked good, but because of the graphics, I was kind of turned away. And one day a mate, he came up to me or whatever, and he just said, just play it. It was like discounted to like £3 on the store. So I was like, okay, like, fuck it, I'll just play the game. And I absolutely adored it. Since then, I've started reading the books, I watched the show. I'm just so engrossed in this world of Geralt and witches. So yeah, this is now my favourite game of all time. It just replaced my old previous game of all time, which was The Last of Us. Now, The Last of Us, I actually saw, ironically, first from Pewdiepie's playthrough. I wasn't a big horror guy, if you class it as horror, and I have no idea why I started watching this. Like, I really don't remember the reasoning why, because I wasn't into those kind of games at the time. But for some reason, I just watched it, and I absolutely loved his playthrough. I ended up buying the game myself, and I was just so engrossed in this world, in this game. I was disappointed by the second one, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm just struggling with this different sized boxes, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like, I wasn't really into games like this at the time, but this one was just different. I just absolutely adored it. It scared the life out of me. I was disappointed by the second, but yeah, for a long time, this is my favourite game of all time. Obviously now taken over by The Witcher. So moving on. This is quite a basic list, I'm aware. Like, I know this is quite a basic list, but I'm kind of young, so I don't have any of like the N64 games. Actually, now that I think about it, I might do. However, we're gonna put on the game now that I definitely sunk the most hours into in my whole entire life. That's Pokemon Diamond. Now, I was gonna put Platinum on here. I had Pokemon Diamond, I had Pokemon Platinum, I had Pokemon Pearl as well actually, but Diamond was the one. I played this so much. Like, I've lost my cartridge now, and I'm so sad about it because it had my first ever level 100 Pokemon, which is a Torterra. I'd love to see how many hours I sunk into this game, but I've lost the cartridge. I think it fell down the floorboards of my house, and I've never been able to find it again, which is so sad. But I know it's not even a long game, that's the thing. I didn't even reset my save because I didn't want to lose my Pokemon. I literally just kept doing the Elite Four over and over again. Battling with my sister. I gave her my Pearl, and then she played for it, and then I took all the Pokemon she trained off it because it was my game technically. Again, I could have put Platinum on here. I played that like a lot as well, but Diamond was the one that like really sticks out in my head as a game I absolutely adored. Moving on. Again, it's quite a generic list, but I don't really care because these are the games that just were like prevalent in my life. It was Minecraft. I feel like this game's on probably a lot of people's list. Like, I'm be surprised if it's not on like, I don't know, 50% of people's lists who do these videos, just because it's so iconic and it's lasted so long. Like, this game has outlived so many games. Obviously, it's the highest selling game of all time, I think, with GTA just behind it. Not just behind it, but yeah. But yeah, again, me and my mates spent hours on this game. Some of these, I'm normally quite a solo player. So like The Witcher, The Last of Us, Tony Hawk, Pokemon. Obviously I played that bit with my sister. But more recently I have been playing more multiplayer games. But Minecraft was one of the first ones we properly got into. Like, we played this game so much. We had a massive world that lasted so long. I still have the save on my PlayStation. Unfortunately, we don't play the world anymore. But I kind of, every so often I go back and I revisit it and I laugh at the fact that how much time and effort we put into this world. So Minecraft, definitely on the list. I was definitely late to the party. I didn't play Minecraft when everyone else was playing it. We played it a bit later. But it's still on the list. Now, do I put GTA on here? Because GTA, I think I'm going to put GTA. Maybe the most basic 9x9. But again, these games are just prevalent in my life and growing up. So I'm going to put Grand Theft Auto 5 on here. Now, for this game, I was not of age. I remember the game had just come out and I told my mum it was like Gran Turismo. So she thought it was like a racing game when it really wasn't. Oops. And it was the last one on the shelf. I remember I was in Sainsbury's and this guy was on the phone to his like girlfriend or wife. And she basically convinced him to not buy the game. And it was the last one on the shelf and he had it in his hand. And literally the second he put it down, I'd swooped in and got it, like so fast. I think he decided later to buy it, and by that point I'd already got it and it's been gone and I bought it. I was on PS3. I was absolutely in love with this game. Again, it was another multiplayer game. It's probably one of the first multiplayer games I ever played. We did attempted criminal masterminds. We really did everything on this game. Like, we played this so much. There was such a big group of us to begin with. That just messed around and just did like the weed businesses and all that kind of stuff. But even before that, I played it before online was even out on GTA. I played it when it was just story mode. And I just rushed through that on my like the smallest awful TV ever. I had to like stand up to look at this TV because it was too far up the wall. But I had so many great memories on GTA 5. Moving on. Now this is the part where my memory does not serve me well. I've got 2 games left. I'm trying to think if there's any PS4 games or PS3 games that really... I remembered. I don't know how I forgot this. Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was one of the best games I ever played. I'm going to put it third in my ranking of games. So The Witcher... No, second. Second or third. The Witcher, The Last of Us, and Breath of the Wild. But probably Breath of the Wild over The Last of Us. So I was so excited for this game. I didn't have a Switch for the longest of times. By the time I got a Switch, I knew every secret in this game, which I do regret, but I was just so excited to play it. So it is what it is. But yeah, like, I was just... This is the reason I got a Switch, first and foremost. It's probably like the only reason, aside from the new Pokemon games. And I just played this game so many hours. Now, looking back, I've had so many great memories playing video games. I'm so excited for the sequel. So excited for the sequel. And it's just going to have a solid spot on this list. Now, there's a couple games that are floating around in my head. And I'm going to go for a rogue choice. I don't even know what it's called. This one on the DS, Avatar Burning Earth. Yeah, this is what it looked like right here. This is how it looked. So I was a big DS gamer. I grew up on the DS. My mates had like PSPs and that, but I was always DS. I played PSP when I was like around their houses. Also didn't have a console for ages, like I said. So like the only time I played like games like COD and Black Ops, was around like my mates' houses. So I was more of like a DS guy, than like a COD guy. I think if I was gonna put a COD on this list, now that I think about it, I might put Call of Duty World at War on here. I don't know what I'd replace it for though, because all these games have had such an impact on my life. It might even be GTA, you know. It might be GTA. Oh no, Minecraft. Damn, this is really difficult. We are going to put this Avatar game on the list though, because I played this so much. Like, it wasn't even funny how much I played this game. There was one level I used to always get annoyed at, and my sister had to do it for me in Wong Shitong's library. That level always used to trigger me. I was a big fan of the TV show growing up. Like, I watched it as the episodes started airing, or I watched it when I was very young. This was the DS game I played. I just absolutely adored this world. Yeah, everything about this franchise I loved. So this game is definitely on the list. Now I've forgotten what game I was going to replace Minecraft with. So that is good. Wow, that's so frustrating. I've just forgotten what game I was going to replace Minecraft with. World of War. Call of Duty World of War. This is the only one I really owned for myself. My cousin gave me a bunch of his games for free. And this is one of them. And I never played online. I was just playing that one Nazi Zombies map, because I didn't buy any. So I just played that one. I'm not sure what the map's called, to be honest. But yeah, that one map that you get free with the game. I just play that like so much, like so often. Just trying to get the ray gun, trying to get the highest level, you know, going upstairs and just camping in that upstairs spot. I did actually play this with a mate. Yeah, this is like the only really COD game. I was in the Black Ops 2 era, but I was in it with a friend's house. Like, he was the one that had the Xbox 360. And I was more like World of War. I didn't really play COD. I played a lot of Black Ops 3. That was a good game. But Call of Duty World of War was like the main COD game for me. And again, I think there was more recent ones out, but it's just the one I always had, and I just loved it. So yeah, I think this is my 3x3. Let me know your opinions on it. Let me know what you think. Let me know your 3x3. Honourable mentions include Stardew Valley, Minecraft, loads of DS games. There was one PSP game I used to like, where you like trap monsters in like dungeons, but I don't know the name of it, and I don't know if I'll find it anywhere. Little Big Planet 2 really could have been on this list. In fact, I'm almost tempted to take off GTA for Little Big Planet 2, because I just played that. You know what I'm going to do? I played this game around a family friends a lot. Little Big Planet 2. And we just spent hours and hours at his house just making loads of construction, like loads of builds. We made like a massive hotel with loads of like fun gimmicks. I never played the third. I just didn't think it looked that good. Little Big Planet 1 I played a lot of as well, but Little Big Planet 2 was like the main one. Like, I absolutely adored Little Big Planet 2. So that is going to go on this list. I can't think of a more iconic intro than Stephen Fry's like tutorial. So yeah, this is my list. I did a few final changes at the end. Again, Stardew Valley, Minecraft. What did I just replace? Whatever I just replaced just then. GTA 5. So this is going to be my list. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end the video now.